Remember those times when we were at the computer lab and all we did was play random games on Cool Math Games, YA, or Miniclip? Yeah, those were good times. Unfortunately, we're all getting older and now time's changing. However, I'm reviewing a particular part of Flash games in the past that kinda interests me. Well, today we'll be looking at 3D Grooves games. Mini games were created with this program, so we'll be looking at a handful of them today. The first game in the bunch is called Grimace's Shake Scramble, in which you have to collect shakes for Grimace. And this game is... it's kinda bad. This game would have been good if the controls weren't really clunky as hell. Like, it's so annoying to control Grimace. You get these items as well to pick up to help you, like this to increase your time or whatever, and also to speed up Grimace to collect the shakes, but the speed up item doesn't really help me, it's just annoying. I was extracting the game, it said prototype, so maybe that's why the game isn't working well, or at least the controls, but I don't know. But this game I don't really like, so I guess you could skip on it. The next game is called Yellow Takes Tokyo, which is based off the M&M's candies. In this one, it has a bit of a lore in the beginning, in which red M&M accidentally made yellow huge, because he wanted to get rid of the purple M&Ms. This one's a bit of a clone of Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man. I don't really like this one. Well, you might be saying to yourself, oh, but this one looks pretty good. What makes you say it's bad? Well, every time I start the round, I immediately get hit by a truck or a helicopter or whatever. It's just annoying. The speed boost item really pisses me off because if I don't have the shield, then I'm dead. And that shield is the way to kill all the helicopters and all the trucks. Another thing that ticks me off is the camera. And the camera isn't good, because I can't really see what's going on, so this one isn't a good one, but it's just stupid just to see yellow M&M and him doing his faces whenever the trucks appear. Anyways, next game. This next game is called Nesquik Chocolate Mountain Challenge. I like this one because it's like a skateboarding game like the Tony Hawk games, but this one is really stupid. Also, every time you jump or go up a mountain, you'll also fall off the hoverboard or whatever. I don't really like this one. What you're supposed to do in this game is collect Nesquik chocolate drinks and also spell out the word Nesquik, but I can't seem to do this because I can't get the letters or the drinks, as it's hard to maneuver around the whole course. So yeah, this one's pretty bad. Not only were there advertisements as games, there was also licensed characters like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network games. This one is SpongeBob 3D Pinball Panic, and it's a SpongeBob game where you control your character, depending on who you choose, to go around a pinball course. Oh yeah, the games from the Nickelodeon line were part of a branch called Nick Arcade, which used to have a lot of games you had to pay for back in the day. This one is actually not too bad. This one you have to go around the whole pinball course to hit everything and make it green, like all the bumpers and all the arrows and such. This one's pretty cool, although I can't unlock the other levels as I'm not going to play too long for this. If you download most of these 3D Grooves games, I kind of recommend this one. This one's actually not too bad, it's solid. Another show that got the 3D Grooves treatment was The Fairly Odd Parent, and it had a game based off an episode called Information Superhighway. 3 modes to this game: a time trial, a racing mode, and a collectathon mode. Now I don't really like the racing mode, as whenever I try to play it, I always lose. It's probably because the controls, or it could be me, but I just always end up losing in this one. Time trial is just your average time trial, and the collectathon mode is when you have to collect 10 emails so you could progress to the next level. I would also recommend this one. Another thing is that you could actually play with more than 2 players. You could play with 4 players for some reason. I guess you have to control like a few keys or one at a time, I'm not sure. One of the first Groove Alliance's projects was Tank Wars. Well, not the first, but like from their early days, I suppose, was the Tank Wars game. This one's actually another favorite of mine. This one in which you have to shoot down the tanks and also planes. That's the name, Tank Wars. Flaw that I have is that every time you want to look up, it just goes all the way up, but if you want to look down, it doesn't really work well. But other than that, I like this game, even though I always die because, I don't know, I just suck at old games, but I like this one. Not bad. Probably one of my favorites is the Unlimited Challenge 2, which is by AT&T for some reason. This one's probably one of my favorite ones, as it's a bit like a maze. Well, not really a maze, but this one you have to guide the ball to get to the goal. I actually like this one because it's like a bit of a labyrinth sort of thing, to me at least. There's also these things that you collect that makes chime sounds, but I'm not sure what they do, other than increase score, but I doubt it. This one's pretty challenging too. I actually really love this one. I recommend this one a lot. And yeah, I'm not sure why AT&T would do this game, but whatever. It was probably on their website. Well, probably not there anymore, but who cares. And also, there was never an Unlimited Challenge 1, unfortunately. AT&T. Yeah, sorry, there was only 2, I guess. Now here's a weird one. All Grown Up Crazy Karts. Remember that show, All Grown Up? Obviously, by the title, it's a racing game in which you go on go-karts and defeat the other all grown up characters. Now, this might be okay, but to me, this kind of reminds me of those Toontown online racing games, which are pretty boring and long, for me at least. I don't really like doing the racing games. And this one is kind of boring, like it takes too long to get to the finish line. But, I mean, it's alright. Nothing really to say about this game. Final verdict on this game is that it's okay. It's just too boring and a bit long, I guess. Like the Toontown races, but I'd rather play the Toontown races than this. Because this one is just, ugh, I don't know, something I don't like about it.
Calling in KP20, come in. Calling in KP20, come in.
I'm here.
What's up, blue boy? Way out there in the Gamma Quadrant.
It's pretty dead. Not a whole lot going on.
Cool, cause the chief wants to talk to you.
I'm not in trouble again, am I?
Not this time, baby.
Listen up, Weston. We've lost contact with research station Cygnus X out in Sector 8. Probably just a solar storm kicking up some dust. At any rate, I want you to check it out immediately. And try not to kill anything this time.
Sure, Chief. Whatever you say.
Help us! We can't close the portal! They're everywhere! Oh my god!
Hello? Hello? This is NKP-20. I'm going in.
Yeah, this one's probably the best one out of all the 3D Grooves games. Alien X, which is a first-person shooter in which you have to kill all the aliens in all the areas, as you can see. Now, this is probably the best one, but unfortunately, I can't really play well in this game. I kind of suck with first-person shooters. And when I was playing this game, I constantly died from whatever thing appeared. But this one's probably one of the best ones. I highly recommend it, and the gameplay from this is pretty cool. This is probably, as I said, the best one out of all the 3D Grooves games, I guess. Another thing that I'll give it credit for is that it has a story, as you can see from the beginning of the gameplay that I showed. This one's pretty cool. I love it. And that's all I'll probably do for today. I'll probably make a part 2 if people want me to, in which I could do some games that I missed out, like that one SpongeBob game or some other Nickelodeon games. There's also some Disney games and others. Unfortunately, there's some that I can't play that are lost, but who knows, maybe the Lost Media team could find them, as they've been finding a lot of stuff lately. However, around the time that I was recording the games, I couldn't play the first game that they made, which was Real Pool. I think it was their first game, as for me, I had some technical issues with my laptop and the game, I guess, or it just couldn't download it. I'll try my best if I do a part 2 so I could download it. And also, I'll probably do other games too that I missed. If some people are watching, they could comment me what I should do next for 3D Cruise. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a spectacular day. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday.